good evening. It's the night before Halloween, so I definitely wanted to make sure I got a forecast in for all the trick-or-treaters out there. Make sure that we're not going to be walking out in a cardboard-based costume in a soaking rain or anything like that. I was a sea captain one year in a light drizzle, and it looked like I was drowning when the whole thing started to come apart. So I know the pain that that can cause. First place we're going to look is the Storm Prediction Center and make sure that there's no strong thunderstorms on their way. There's two areas that are even a threat for any thunderstorms. Nothing severe for Halloween, in particular when we're trick-or-treating. You can see there's an area up in the Great Lakes where they're calling for some thunderstorms and maybe a little bit of shower and thunderstorm activity in the coastal areas of Northern California. I'm going to tell you right now, we're not going to worry about this. That's all going to occur long after our trick-or-treaters should be in their sugar crash state after coming home from getting an enormous haul of candy and sweet treats and eating way too much of it. So that's not what we're going to worry about. Next, we'll look at the Weather Prediction Center. Looks pretty quiet on this page, but if you zoom in up here, we see the heavy snow of greater than 4 inches. Threat is high tomorrow. That is definitely something that we'll want to worry about because, I mean, who wants to walk in a snowstorm? Halloween 1991 here in the Twin Cities, it was waist deep for me. I was a robot that year, and they do not function well in the snow. But we can see where the threat for all the heavy snow is. It's going to be in the higher terrain. Maybe if you're going to be trick-or-treating around Jackson Hole, Wyoming, that might be an issue, but you're probably not going to be up in the higher terrains of Idaho or in the Cascades. It's going to be in the big cities, and then you'll deal with there. So again, there is going to be snow. I'm not going to worry too much about that. So let's just go ahead and look straight at the models. And this bodes pretty well too as I I veer the camera away from the screen. We can see the East Coast looks really good. Maybe a small patch of rain up by Johnson City, Bristol, that area. And I should point out that this is around 6 or 7 p.m. out east, so a little bit earlier. And we'll move the model ahead a couple hours when we start looking at the West Coast. But the Midwest, say for far northern Minnesota, Wisconsin, and UP, looks completely dry, and anything that they do see will be very light. But down towards the Gulf Coast, not anything enormous to worry about. If there's any hit or miss showers or thunderstorms, just wait a minute in Corpus Christi, they'll clear out. You can go and make your rounds. Then here's that snow building into Idaho and the Cascades. But this is what we're going to want to look at and what we're going to worry about if we're trick-or-treating. That cold front is going to be moving inland. I clicked the wrong button. Alright, bear with me. Bear with me. Okay, here we are. We're moving ahead, so we can see heavy rain moving in from the Wairika down to San Francisco area, all through western Washington, Oregon. So there is going to be some heavy rain. That's going to be a problem. If you want to learn more about it, as I'm running out of juice on my phone here, the Halloween forecast from the Sacramento, California Weather Service Office is calling for that rain. It's going to last all the way through 11 p.m. So if you're trick-or-treating out in Northern California, that looks like the toughest spot.